Hare Krishna, Radha Govind Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. We can start.
Okay. So welcome to our episode number 5.
Five.
Yes. Oh my God. So exciting. And today's topic is moms. And last week, we discussed about the Enneagram types and how there are the different triads, those who have more heart-based emotions, emotion-based parents and children and dads and moms. And then there are the head-based, which is like more the thinker types. And then there are the instinct ones. And today we're going to cover the moms section, which I'm very excited because this is all the kind of parents we had and what we will be. And this will help all the moms, especially, and also the dads to understand the moms. And the kids also, those of you who watch this, you can understand what type is your mom, what type is your friend's mom, and all that. So without further delay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen with you. Here we go. So this is the episode on Enneagram moms. So here you can see 9 types of moms. And let me remind you that these 9 types also represent the 9 planets, astrological planets. So we can actually start with that. So number 1 is the sun, the planet sun. And the nature of sun is very, disciplined, very idealistic, exemplary, perfectionist. Everything has to be neat and tidy. Those moms who are like, they have small babies or they have 3 kids at home, but still everything is super organized at home. Those are the typical mom number 1, the sun moms. And then we have the mom 2s, who are the typical mom natured people who are very loving, caring. That's the moon, because moon represents the mother, right? And then the 3 are the cheerleader moms, we're always encouraging you, always making you feel confident. That's the Jupiter, planet Jupiter. And then we have type 4. 4 is like the out of the box type of moms, it's the planet Rahu, which takes you very deep and different thinking moms, very creative, like that. And then type 5 is Mercury, and Mercury are the typical moms who are very talkative and they know a lot. They know about this kind of food. They know which school is the best. They know about the clothes. They know about everything, where to get the best prizes for things, that kind of moms. And they're very introverted as well. Mercury is like a very neutral planet. And then 6 is Venus. The type 6 moms are the ones who are very security based, comfort based. They know how to make their children comfortable. Everything in their home is always like rules and regulations, and everything has to be safe and secure. Those kind of moms are like afraid to try new things. Are you really sure, that is going to work? So that's like a typical type 6 moms. And 7 are the Sulakshana type, the enthusiastic, spontaneous moms. And the planet is Ketu, and Ketu is the planet of detachment, but also like fun and adventurous. And then there is type 8. 8 is the planet of Saturn, and type 8 moms are like very, very strong and confident, and they're like challenging moms. Like the Saturn is, they're not afraid. They're very like powerful. Yeah, that's one word for type 8 moms, powerful moms. And then we have type 9, and type 9 are the laid back moms, like peaceful. It's like the Mars type, which is like protective, but not emotional, not mental. A very like cool type of moms. You know what? Everyone would love to have a mom like type 9. So these are the planets, and we will discuss quickly today the different kinds of moms. And you can think, oh, that mom is like that, and my mom was like this, and my aunt is like that. Okay, we'll begin with type 1. These are the few characteristics of type mom. Just type what they think, what their strength is. she is saying, I am so tough on myself. That's like a typical thing with type 1 moms. Very like, I have to get up at this time. I have to get everything ready by this time. And I have to, they have like very, very strict parenting rules for themselves. And they're very hard on themselves. And maybe sometimes they're also hard on the kids. Like it's hard for them to like give them positive remarks. They're always like correcting them because they want to reform their children. They want to make their children the best. And then their strengths. They like creating boundaries and they encourage whatever is the best for the kids. And then their strength is also patience. They're very patient to get into the details of things. And they encourage responsibility, good manners, of course, order, top on the list, good deeds, be exemplary, be a good person, be a good citizen, follow the rules. And they can also be, if they're healthy, they can be calm, trustworthy, empathetic. But let's remember that this is like a typical characteristic, but then there is a healthy and unhealthy levels. When they're unhealthy, like in Tamoguna, these moms can become very critical. Whatever the child is doing, they become very critical. And with the husband also, they can be very critical. Why are you not a dad like this? Why you're not like me? And also to the kid, they're like, too focused on details instead of just relaxing, And for them, they need to become more like 7, meaning they need to become more, leave room for spontaneity. See here, you can see in the circle there, that's their lesson. They need to be mindful to see, what am I doing? Why am I being critical? What do I want to get accomplished? So they have to become more mindful of why they're trying to get everything perfect. Are they trying to please Krishna, or are they just trying to please their own perfectionist mind? And in the mode of passion, again, they may think, why everybody is not perfectionist like me, and they become very difficult with others, and it becomes hard to have a one around who's always looking at you like, you did that wrong, you did this wrong. And then the Sattva Guna mom, they're very righteous. They want to encourage the children, but they can also have fun. They can relax. They can play with the children. They can go out and be a kid as well. That's what they need to do. Okay, I know many moms like this. Some of my friends' moms are like that. Then we'll go to the type 2. Type 2, they say, I forgot to tend to my own needs. That's like a typical issue of type 2. They forget themselves. They put everyone in the family on the list, and they themselves have no space on the list.
Yeah.
Their strengths is they listen to their children. They emotionally connect with their children. They play with the children. And they encourage generosity, nurturing. They encourage the child to have sharing needs, and they encourage them to have thinking of others. And, they are the caring mom, affectionate, supportive, altruistic. Naturally, they wish well for everybody. They usually don't compare their children with other children. They're happy for other children to have their talents, and they know how to encourage their children to be themselves. So what they need to be careful about, they need to be mindful to let kids solve their own problems sometimes, because type 2 can be too protective, too caring, and they can become too possessive, and they want to like make everything easy for everybody, whether it's husband or whether it's child. The ladies can become too, everything comes on their head. They end up doing everything by themselves. And then in Tamaguna, they can become very manipulative, like they want to get attention, but they will not say it, but they want the attention. So they do a lot, and then they feel, I did so much, nobody said anything to me. That's like in the mode of Tamaguna. And in the mode of passion, again, they're like becoming like a caretaker to everybody. They don't let people just grow, and that's not very good. And in the mode of Sattva Guna, they're helpful, but they also take care of themselves. They let the children and the family members grow. They can create boundaries. They can have clear boundaries. That's a healthy type 2.
Wow.
And then we have type 3. I often put too much pressure on myself. Typical. They're the achievers, right? They want to achieve. And their strengths is they encourage their kids best, achieving goals, natural encouragers, right? And you can see type 3, because they are achievers, they naturally may have tendencies that their child also should be into achievements. See, that's when the problems come up, and we'll discuss that when we'll discuss about the type of children. First we'll discuss the type of moms and the type of dads, and then we'll discuss type of children, so you know your weakness before you're dealing with your child's weakness.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then encourages responsibility, organization, achievement, supporting others. That's their, values. Motivated, trusted, confident. But what they need to do is to let their kids pursue their own desires and goals. Like if a type mom 3 has a type 4 child who has a mind of its own, is not so much into achievements, has like creative ideas, it can be difficult. The type 3 needs to let the children be a person of their own, and not like, in the mode of tamaguna, they can become very condescending about everybody and make their children feel like, oh, you see, everybody else is better than you, they got so many prizes, they got better scores, why are you like this? Destroy the enthusiasm of the child. In the mode of passion, they may make the child feel, you're the most beautiful, you're the best, everyone else is not as good as you. That's also not true, you see. But in the mode of sattva-guna, they know that, okay, they value goals, but they also can value their child for what they are, and not, they don't make the child attach the worth of the child with achievements. This is a risk. Type 3 parents, they tend to attach achievements to the worth of a child, and then the child grows up very insecure. They themselves feel like, the mother might feel, usually the type 3 moms are the ones working moms, they do a lot of achievements, they have so many things going on, they're very busy, they hardly have time for their children. It's like typical. They put a lot of pressure on themselves, and therefore then naturally they may put some pressure on the child subtly. Then we have type 4. I need alone time to unwind. These are like the withdrawn type of moms. Their strengths: expressing empathy, emotional honesty, introspection. I love this. Encourages creativity, expression, exploration, individualism. The imaginative mom: sensitive, authentic, and understanding. I think especially I like this word, authentic, that emotional honesty, introspection. They're not into showing off, they're not about achievement, they're not about, they want to be true to themselves. Then what they need to learn to do is they need to be mindful to let kids form social groups of their choosing. It's hard for them because type 4s are usually introverted. So it's hard for them to let children have their own groups and circles. Then we have type 5, Mercuric type. These are the ones who know a lot. I am likely overthinking. They think a lot. If they have to buy one type of shoes, they will go around the whole list and find out everything about it. They may overthink, to get one shoes, for instance.
Yeah.
And then the
I
strengths.
see my mother-in-law here.
Okay, she may be the type 5. And their strengths is they're exploring their kid's interest. If the kid is interested in, say, gardening, the mother will become even more interested and they'll go far ahead than the child. Exposing kids to new things, they are very good at that. And they're natural teacher because they know a lot. You see Mercury, right? Again, that nature to want to teach, learn. They're very enthusiastic in that. Encourages curiosity, learning, questioning. These are the good moms who answer all the questions that kids come up with. Research, they're very good at that as well. And they're very exploratory in nature. Resourceful, inventive, analytical. That's their strengths. My best friend, my childhood friend, she's a type 5, and she's typically like this kind of a mom. I'm always teaching the kid all these shlokas, and she's always answering all his questions. And And then being mindful, they have to regularly express their love to the kids. I keep telling this to my friend, and she's like, get everything done, everything. But she's like, never like holding him and kissing him or like being there, like that love thing. It's not their strength because type 5 are in their head, right? They're always overthinking. Like if he gets sick or something, she's always like worried. And she's, there is a nature to be like very cautious and get all the information together, but they forget to sometimes show love and affection
Mm.
there. And the child may feel, okay, the mom is teaching all this, but if the child is a type 2 or type 3 or type 4, which is the hard types, then it's waiting for love, affection. It wants to be heard. You're very special, I love you. They need to hear this. And type 5 are not so good with emotional messages. They are very good with analytical facts, they're good at that.
Uh-huh.
And then type 6, I'm a little overprotective. Typical. Strengths: supporting her kids, being a constant presence, natural parent. Yeah, they're really good parents. Encourages responsibility, a good heart, courage, hard work. The steady mom, nurturing, compassionate, dependable. They do all the right things. That's the kind of mom. To give your kids some independence and freedom. That's hard for them because they're very overprotective, right? They can become like, no, 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 no. But what if she goes with that friend and she also learns to do this? What will happen? No, no, no. I don't want her to. Like they're always like a little bit overprotective. And what if she gets into this kind of a thing? No, I should always be there, or that. So in the tamaguna, the type 6 can become so protective that they don't let their children learn to fly or go and explore and get
Mm.
independence. They may kind of like suffocate the children. Don't do this, don't do that. And in the mode of passion, they may become super overprotective in a way that makes them feel superior and mm,
The
makes the
child.
family, makes the family always like, come on, your mom is always so like, it's okay, she's loyal or something, but they can become very controlling. That's the thing.
Mm.
Argumentative. In the mode of passion, they argue a lot. You shouldn't do this because of this. In the mode of sattva guna, they are again responsible, they're supporting, they are compassionate. Then type 7, the fun moms, right? This are the spontaneous type moms, looking to make mundane tasks more fun. I think Sulakshana is really like that. Always trying to make things more fun.
Yeah.
Strengths. Actually, you can also read it. It's your type.
Okay. The strengths are creating fun memories, going on adventures, connecting to kids' youthful side. And yeah, I think I do this. Okay. Encourages spontaneity, a good time, joy, socializing. So she is the spontaneous mom. She's optimistic, fun loving, fearless.
Definitely.
Mhm.
And so they have to be mindful of give kids some quiet, reflective time to unwind. Because the 7 is like, why my kid is not so much social? Why my kid is not doing this? They want the kid to be like them.
I have learned this hard way.
Yeah. Usually the type 7 are the kid at home.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
next.
most the most appealing thing in that seven is to make the mundane tasks fun. So every day it reflects, actually this reflects in my cooking, the way I fold my laundry, I do my laundry, because these are some kind of mundane tasks for me, and some things I actually avoid because they are so mundane that I cannot do any creativity, so I just offload.
Yeah, I can understand that. But it's such a nice capacity, to make mundane things fun. Not everybody can do that. So it's like a great quality, I think. I'm just getting type 8. Next week, we will be discussing a lot of fun stuff like combinations, because we are not all of us as typical one particular type. We all have like wings, what we call. So
Yeah.
next week we'll discuss the dads and also the wings. That'll help us to understand the children better.
The link that you had given last time to do the Enneagram, actually, I did it. And for me, it was like 98% 7 and 94% 9.
Yeah, that's why there are like the wings you have to consider. So this is type 8. You can read it, Lakshan.
Yeah, so the type 8 are the challengers. So I am more sensitive than I seem. Okay, so her strengths are advocating to her kids, leading, helping kids reach their full potential. Wow. Encourages responsibility, facing challenges, accountability, pursuit of dreams. So she is a confident mom, um, very protective, empowering, and honest. And she has to be mindful to encourage emotional vulnerability.
Yeah, that's hard for them because
Uh-huh.
type 8 moms are like, they want to show that they're very powerful and they don't show any vulnerability. They're always like, come on, you can do it, be strong.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you want to tell us like how would they react? In fact, for 7 also, how would it be in tamo or rajoguna, tamoguna, and satoguna? Like we didn't discuss about the 7
yes.
as well. Yeah.
So 7 in the mode of tamoguna, they become very, 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 very irresponsible. They don't, let's say, they don't feed the children in time. Everything is chaotic. Things are just not in order and make everybody feel confused at home. No sense of purpose and direction. And that's the problem. And then in the mode of passion, again, they become the kid. And then the child has to kind of bring them to the mode of sattva guna or something. And in the mode of goodness, then the mother is like balanced. She knows her responsibility. Internally, she knows how to control herself. And externally, she also knows when, how, with whom to have fun. In the mode of passion, she just wants to have fun and she doesn't care if the child's nature is, does, does the child enjoy having fun or not. The parent wants to have fun and she becomes like, because I want it. Come on, you're a kid. You're also supposed to. So that's like in the mode of passion, forcing the child to be something the child is not. Again, it's very important. That's why it's very important to understand the nature of your child. But to understand and appreciate the nature of your child, you need to be honest to look at ourselves, right? We need to look at ourselves and see, where am I and what is my strength, right?
Hmm.
And then to give kids quite reflective time. Am I doing that? Because it's hard for a 7 to do that. Sevens
Yeah.
need to kind of go to 5. They need to take that time. They need to think before they want to have fun, or who are they dealing with? What are they saying? What's the consequence of what they're saying? Because sevens can be very passionate energy, right? Very youthful energy. So in the mode of passion, they can become very annoying to others. And in the mode of goodness, they are fun to be with, but they're also responsible. And the type 8s in the mode of tamoguna, they become so scary. They can torture their children by controlling them. They become very, very insensitive, basically. They don't care if the kid likes doing something or not. They become ruthless. 8s can be very ruthless sometimes. I don't care what you like and you don't like. This is what needs to be done, and this is what needs to be done. So, you cannot argue with them. They can be very argumentative. They can be protective. If you listen to them, they'll be protective. If you don't listen to them, they are like Hitler. And then in the mode of passion, they become very, again, controlling, like what I say, my way or highway. If you
Hmm.
want to come to the restaurant, you have to eat what I ask you to eat,
Mm-hmm.
or things like that. If you want this, you have to do this in a controlling way. But in the mode of goodness, they are protective and understanding as well. No, Sattva-guna is very difficult for every type. Okay, type 9.
Should I read it out?
Yes, please. Oh, this is type 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's type 9, the peacemaker mom. She's saying, I sometimes struggle with discipline. So her strengths are supports and understands, goes with the flow, creates a peaceful environment, encourages creativity, peaceful conflict resolution, freedom to be, that's very light for me, freedom to be okay, and humor. These are interesting qualities actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Accept.
she is the laid back mom,
Yeah.
but she is assertive, no,
Accepting.
accepting. Okay, it's accepting. That's too light for me to read actually because I
Yeah.
have too much glare. Yeah.
Acceptive, perceptive, and gentle.
Uh huh.
And they need to be mindful to set boundaries and create routines. That's their challenge, you see. So, you see, no type is perfect. Every type has its strength and it has its challenge, right? But the beauty of it is to know our type and become the healthy version of that type.
Mm.
Because a lot of parents come to me, right, with for astrology or personality type. How do I understand my child? How can I fix my child? And I'm like, you have to fix yourself first. We cannot understand and give the best to our children if we ourselves are not aware of our weaknesses, if we ourselves are not careful to recognize where we are going wrong. Because sometimes we think, oh, how can I make my child more disciplined and more fixed and whatever. But maybe it's not that you need to get your child more disciplined. Maybe it means you need to relax more because you may be the type 1.
Mm.
So it depends on the your healthy level. And the in this episode, one thing you have to remember is this: the healthier you are as the type you are, the better parent you will be.
Mm.
So it's secondary to understand the child, it's primary to understand yourself.
Yeah, so when you say healthier versions, we all try to move towards the Satoguna motherhood and try to overcome the challenges that
Yeah.
are written in the posters. Yeah.
Like for type 9, it's very important to create boundaries and be strong or something. But for type 8, we wouldn't say the same. What works for type 9 will not work for type 8. It's not healthy for them. And what type 9 needs to do, type 2 doesn't need to do because they're already overdoing it. So that's why I like this system, because it's tailor made for your nature, for the nature of your child. It's not just basic principle thrown out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
No, there are people, right? Some people say good parent means you have to be very strong and disciplined. And somebody will say, no, good parent means you have to be kind and gentle. It depends. It depends what's your weakness and what's your strength.
Mm.
And so, just to give a little preview to the next week session, we'll discuss fathers, dads, and we will also discuss the wings. How, when 9, for example, they combine with type 8 wing, 9 with the 8 wing,
Mm-hmm.
then what are the things that they like and what are the things that they don't like? Because only 9, they don't like socializing. But 9 with 8 wing, they like socializing. They are supportive and powerful together. They're very objective and gentle. So see the combination. Whereas 8 with the 9 wing, you see that the nature has like it's very interesting. Compassion gets together with protective, cooperative as well. So we will discuss this also next time as we go through the dads. And then
Yeah.
we want to request you all to attend our sessions as special guests. You can ask questions about your own children, about your own family dynamics, what type you are, and how to make the best out of your Enneagram type and be more successful in parenting and encourage your children to be the best version of themselves.
Yeah, so Radha Govind, I have some friends who will come in the future episodes when we request them. So we request, yeah, all others also who are watching this, please watch them. Um, on special request, we are making shorter episodes actually. So
Yes.
for it's easy for you to digest as well. Great. So you are watching the fifth episode, and we will see you next week on Monday. Yeah. And if you have any questions, please ask in the comments, and we'll try to answer them. And also, please like, share, subscribe Dharma Ashraya channel. It's for devotees, made by devotees, and it is like just we are trying to build a community with this Dharma Ashraya channel, especially for the UAE devotees. Yeah.
Jai.
Hare
Thank you so
Krishna.
much.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Thank you so much, Radha Govind.
Krishna.